Hey, what is up, gang? It's Jeff, Stock Swinger, popping on. Late night video here for a little AMC GameStop action. Wowie. I'm sure you guys have heard by now that 006 takes effect immediately. That is some big news. Monday could be very, very good. I think we're still trying to sort out. There's a very good video out. I noticed it on Twitter. A guy broke it down. I think he's one of the first guys that found it, read through the whole 109 pages or whatever it was, and put it together. But great DD there. We'll touch on that. Touch on this shorting. My gosh, again. And then another thing, you guys, here, I want to give you a link to something that is just maddening. It's a video from 2014. Now, I've seen some people saying, hey, they kind of feel bad for these hedgies and all that. I read two of those posts today. Why are we even saying that? These guys have been cheating for decades upon decades upon decades. This video is mind-blowing. It's from 2014. It's a 60 minutes piece, but it just shows them the extent they go to. I mean, they put in $300 million worth of fiber optic cables just to gain a millisecond on the... I mean, it's maddening. So I'll give you guys that information too. But let's pop right into it. Good day all around. We didn't finish above that 10:01, but we did at that 9:51. And boy, oh boy, was it going to end at that 9:51. Look at this here at the 9:51 mark. The last minute of it, and a couple times too, when we finish in these 01s, you know, the 801, the original 801. Today played out very similar to this. It was about 7-8 cents behind with under a minute to go. And then these big chunks in here to get it to that 9:51 mark. It reminded me a lot of that 801. These guys know what they're doing. I mean, these computer systems and the shares and all this stuff, obviously. But that's a good thing. We did finish at 9:51. That is a very good thing, okay? So let's pop right into it. You guys, thanks again. Likes, comments, subscribes. Just comment if you would. And like the video. That's all I ask. And consider subscribing. So let's pop right over here. I borrowed desk on AMC. We had a massive jump. I'm sure you guys have seen this earlier in the interest here. But look at this here. 5.6. Let's get up to 5.7. 100,000, 60,000, 55,000. But we had a monster jump. I think we jumped from 11 to 13. Yeah, 11 to 13. And then from 13 all the way up to 20. About 100,000 left here, and then kind of slim down here. But look at the interest rate jump here: 20 to 25, 25 to 26, and then we finished up at 26.66 with 1,000 to go on AMC. So boy, that rate's jumping up there too. GME, let's take a look at that real quick, and then I'm going to show you something else here in just 1 second. GME, about 200,000, 300,000 from the 6th. There's the 7th with a couple 100,000. 7th, couple 100,000. So about a couple 100,000 there left on GME. This here, you guys, look at this short volumes. If you're not over here at this website, this is about a day or two behind usually. Oh, they did update the 7th. I looked at it earlier. It wasn't on there yet. Look at this here, short volume percentage, 35, 65. I know we touched on that dark pool activity yesterday's video, but look at this here. And what's going to really blow you away is GameStop, 41, 48. You get the picture, all the way across the board, right? So it's just monster short interest, as we know. Look at GameStop over here. Holy crap, holy. GME. Look at, woo. Woo. 64, 64 across the board in the 60s there. Dipped down to a measly 39%. 55, 60. You get the picture. Shorted to death, right? So, yeah. I'll show you guys the ORTEX numbers real quick, too, and then we'll pop over to a couple things. I typed in ORTEX on ORTEX. Hello. Hello. So, yeah, not a bad day. Let's get some rest this weekend, right? Here is GameStop. Again, if you guys want to pause the video, you're looking for all the stuff up here. You can read it in there, right? Utilization 60%. Cost to borrow. Days to cover 0.63. Shares on loan 14 milli. Let's touch on AMC really quickly. AM Sizzle. Utilization 100%. Cost to borrow. Days to cover 1.64. Stayed about the same. Shares on loan 150.90 milli. Free float on loan. Estimated short interest. And there, if you guys want to pause that, take a peek at that, your ORTEX data in there, right? This here, over at our boy again, Rogue the Legacy, he tweeted this out. It's probably been about 6 hours now. This is on the 006. The 002, as I'm sure you guys know by now, was extended. Okay, but the 006 here is effective immediately. So let's take a quick look at this little video here that Rogue the Legacy tweeted out. But this kind of explains a rundown of what's what, in case you have not seen it.
Charlie here. Okay, so today we had a couple of things happen. We had the rule that was anticipated to be passed today, pushed back. And while that is unfortunate news, it was, kind of expected. Now, the other thing that happened was our closed-door meeting that was supposed to take place directly after this rule was supposed to be implemented. The Sunshine Act meetings was canceled as well. So both of these things were canceled today. But then, interestingly enough, I checked the DTCC website tonight, and we had 2021-006 pop up out of nowhere. Now, I see a lot of other YouTubers already, they're live streaming about 002, and I don't think they're even aware of this yet. So try to get this out there. I'm going to go ahead and show you what this is all about. So the subject is make clarifications, corrections, and certain other changes. Now, that is vague and could cover a lot of different topics. So I'm going to open up the filing here, and I already have it scrolled down to the summary on page 9, and I will link this below so you can take a read. So right here, NSCC is proposing to delete a requirement in Rule 33 that members and limited members be given 10 business days notice of any proposed amendment to the procedures. NSCC is also proposing to replace immediately, promptly, yada yada. The important thing is this right here. So in essence, this is pretty much saying they're trying to speed up the rulemaking implementation process because it keeps getting delayed by certain members. So this is very good. Now, another thing, we might want to know, when does this effectively take place and when will this override the previous pushback? So what we're going to do is we're going to scroll down, and if you notice right here, all of these little numbers and all of these little sentences here, these are different rules in the US code. And what I wanted to show you is this right here. So if we look here, the proposed rule change is to become effective pursuant to paragraph A of section 19B3 of the Act. And we see a little 17 right there next to it. And then also right here in line 7, basis for summary effectiveness pursuant to section 19B3 or for accelerated effectiveness pursuant to section 19B2 or 19B7D. Now, stay with me. Okay, so if we look at this 17 right here, we can go down to the legend and we see that 17 is referencing this rule right here, or this US code rule. So we're going to copy this and we're going to paste it in Google, and then we're going to search for it. And then now we can pick apart what this means. So we look back and we see B, lowercase b, 3a. So we're going to do, look for lowercase b right here. Proposed rule changes, notice proceedings, we're in the right section. 3a. So then we read this paragraph here, and the rule says, a proposed rule change shall take effect upon filing with the Commission if designated by the self-regulatory organization as constituting a stated policy, practice, or interpretation with respect to the meaning, administration, or enforcement of an existing rule of the self-regulatory organization. So, as you can see, somebody is trying to not get caught holding the bag here. I think they're saying enough is enough. We need to go ahead and roll this out. We're going to go ahead and implement this rule now, 006. That cuts you off. So maybe, just maybe, we could see some action on Monday. Now if we don't get your hopes up, or don't be disappointed. I'm just saying, I don't see anything other than immediately in this filing. I don't see anything about 90 days or anything like that. Now again, this is 109 pages. There's a lot in here. But regarding that specific clause right there, they're trying to speed things up. So I just want to throw that out there to remain hopeful for both AMC and GameStop holders. Again, NSCC-006 comes in to save the day. Hopefully, let's wait and see what happens. Hope you all have a good weekend, and I will talk to you.
Yeah, I agree with that. I mean, they want to speed this up. It just cannot go with everything that's gone on here. It can't go on any longer. I agree with that part of it. This is very, very good news. I don't know how much more I want to comment on it. There is 109 pages to that. I think we'll know more on Monday, but this could be what does it all, you know, on both GameStop and AMC, right? So let's touch on a little bit more when we know a little bit more on Monday, but I'll pop a link in there if you guys did follow Rogue to Legacy. Again, he's always putting out stuff, and thanks to these guys for doing that. I just want to touch on that briefly. Another thing too, you guys, this is a pretty cool little clip here. It's only a minute long, but I've had some questions. I actually had a couple of emails, and we've talked about it ourselves, but what happens when these guys get margin called? A lot of people, too, are worried about, hey, are these guys going to go bankrupt? Are we going to get paid? How does that all work with insurance? Remember, these insurance, they're trillions of dollars. And then like this guy says in this, too, and I touched on this in a previous video a couple of weeks ago, they don't care what the price is. They just fill these orders once they step in, and it's game over, right? So obviously, that's why this price is going to go just obviously goofy, right? So take a quick listen to this guy here. I found this over on Reddit. Gooks86 posted this here, but this is a pretty good little piece here.
Apes, hi, ladies, gentlemen, apes. So, Ape Andy was saying that there would be waves, peaks, valleys, another wave, valleys and peaks leading up to the MOASS because there are many hedge funds shorting GME. So if the price of GME goes up because apes only buy and hold and don't sell, supply and demand, available shares become less and less and less and less and less. And because new rules like 801 are in place, so hedge funds cannot blatantly, outrageously sell synthetic shares, counterfeit shares, and naked shorting. So, price goes up. Who gets margin called first? The hedge fund with the least capital. The hedge funds that are the smallest. The hedge fund that has the worst entry point. Like shorting at $20, shorting at $40, right? Those hedge funds, they will get margin called first because they're in the worst position. Their amount of reserved capital is the least. And then when they get margin called, they cannot pay. They go bankrupt. They default. DTCC computer steps in. Computer don't care what price. Close position, close position, close positions. Because they don't care at what price. The computer doesn't care at what price. So position gets closed, right? So the price goes up even further. When the price goes up even further, the next hedge fund with the worst position, with the least amount of reserved capital, they will meet margin call as well, correct? Yes, you get the logic. So, first, hedge fund goes belly up, things die down. Second belly up, hedge fund dies. DTC, the computer close in and close the position, and then this event dies down, and comes the third hedge fund with the least amount of capital available. They get margin call. That's why there would be peaks and valleys, valleys and peaks, peaks and valleys, valleys and peaks. That's why. So, but that wouldn't happen until the first hedge fund goes belly up. Before the first hedge fund goes belly up, there would have to be gamma squeezes, and gamma squeezes, and gamma squeezes. What are gamma squeezes? That's another video all by itself, okay? So, be strong, apes. Yes, the rules have been passed.
Yeah, very good. I'll pop the link in there, the rest of that. But you guys get the picture. The one thing with this here, when this thing does squeeze, if or when, I think it will. I always say if or when, right? I don't want anybody to think that I'm saying, hey, it's going to squeeze on Monday because of this new 006 rule. But what I'm getting at here is with the amount of due diligence info, not little old me, I'm talking everybody, all these apes over on Reddit. Anywhere you look, you can find it. I think the majority of everybody is going to follow everybody's leads, right? I don't think there's going to be panic and people, you know, paper handing it and selling out of it. I think they're going to hold and hold and hold, and that's going to do nothing but ram this thing through the... God knows what. I've had another comment to me to comment on how much, what my price predict. I have, you guys, not the foggiest idea. All these 100K floors and all that, sure, the math is there for that. I don't have a clue. How am I going to play this? I don't have a clue. I honestly don't. That's just real talk right there. We're going to play it by ear. I'm sure everybody is too, because when this happens, when this happens, it is going to be violent, hectic, and mind-blowing when it does. The numbers are here. We touch on the numbers every day. But this is a different ballgame with this internet and this movement. GameStop and AMC, I think this could be surprisingly better than what everybody is thinking, right? If that makes any sense. I don't know, but still, I just get that feeling. I mean, the more we as a whole hold, the higher this thing goes, right? Real quick, too, guys, I'm going to pop this in here. This is an outstanding piece of due diligence over here on Citadel being short. Look at this amount here, 57 billion in open short positions, okay? I'll pop that in the link. This video is getting long. This is a very good piece. If you guys did not run across that, shout out to you, that guy on the Reddits. Very good article, well put together there. You guys read that, okay? Last thing, this one. I'm going to pop this in there. If you guys have not seen this, this is old. This is from 2014, but it is mind-numbing. If any of you have a soft spot or a little hedge fund, and these poor hedge funds are going to lose billions and go bankrupt, watch this 14-minute clip on 60 Minutes here. Again, 2014. It is mind-blowing. Absolutely mind-blowing. So I'll pop that in the link for your guys' viewing pleasure. So let's get some sleep, you guys. I think we have a good week popping up this next week. Who knows what in the hell is going to happen, but I cannot be any more excited. I know you guys are too. If this 006 kicks in and forces them, this is all she wrote for both GME and AMC. It's going to be mind-numbing. All right, you guys, outstanding. Get some rest, okay? Love you all. Thanks for everything. At 2.1K subscribers, likes, comments, everything has been outstanding, you guys. Please just comment on the video and like it. I interact with everybody on there. It's been fun. And then if you'd like to subscribe too, would be absolutely outstanding. All right, guys, I'm going to get some rest. I'll talk to you later. Bye.